gonna have to kill that tree. It's in an area where the town comes through and clears out this edge of this road every so often anyway, so I don't feel too bad about it. And I'll come back later on, and once the wood's seasoned, I'm gonna leave it standing. Once the wood's seasoned, I'll come back and collect it, and I'll either use it for smoking salmon or for firewood for my house, but it won't go to waste. So I got my chunk of bark off the tree there. Didn't come off perfectly. It's got a few holes and things, but the real test is going to be to see if I can get this to curl up enough to make a tube out of it. I don't know. It's iffy. Well, no big surprise, but this piece of bark broke. Broke pretty much in half. I could try putting this together, but this bark just had too many little branches and stuff, too many little holes in it. This idea has potential. And there you go. It's got potential, but this isn't the right piece of bark for this. Alright, so I've collected this piece of willow here for another attempt at an idea here. And the only place that willow grows really straight around here is where the town crews have cut the willow down on the side of the roads. So this came from the side of the road over there, and then what grows back grows nice and straight like this. So let's give this a try. Now we'll have to see if we can get this thing to form a tube. The reason I didn't want to go for willow bark right off the bat was just that I've used willow bark before for different lashing projects and stuff, and I know that it changes a bit as it dries. It shrinks and stuff, so I'm a little bit worried about what's going to happen as this dries out, but we'll give her a shot here anyways. There's the end result. It's holding up pretty good. Not perfectly straight. That shouldn't make too big of a difference. But at this point in time, I just have to let it dry for probably a couple of days because the bark inside is just too sticky and wet. I won't be able to run a dart through there yet. So, let's see what happens. when this dries, see if it shrinks or if it if we end up with something we can use here. So the willow bark's been on this little stick that it came off for a couple days, just secured to it like that, drying, and it has dried, but I can also see that the ends have curled up on me. I don't know how bad it's going to be through the center. As you can see here, we're going to have to take off a couple inches anyways. Okay, I think I might have finally had a little bit of success here. These are the two blowguns I'm going to attempt to use here. This one's the cow parsnip one. I almost didn't use this one because it got wet in the rain, and then where I'd split the tubes, and when it dried out it curled up almost like cardboard, but with a little bit of whittling I was able to get it back so that the dart can pass through it again. And this willow bark one is looking okay now that I've trimmed up the ends, but still not super straight. And in fact, the bark isn't 100% dry yet, so as it dries, I suspect this is going to become completely useless. Darts. This one started off its life here even longer than this, had another about that much on it, and in order to get it to pass through these crooked tubes here, I've just been slowly whittling it away. And I had some nice feathers tied on there, and they've been causing it to jam up too, so now it's just got those two scraggly looking crow feathers on there. It's not happening. It's just not able to get a tight enough fit with this tube. And now, as the darts were getting wet, they're hanging up even more and more in there. So even if I did get here, I don't think I'd be able to get enough power out of it to hurt this can at all. Be better off with a rabbit stick, that's for sure. I just thought I'd throw this in here just for laughs. I had to do this before I went home. This is that willow stick that that bark came off of. And it's pointing out the obvious, but yeah, there's better ways than making a blowgun to secure food in the bush. And this took me about 2 minutes.